Greetings! Welcome to another episode of This Damn House. Alright, so a while back, let me just stand on the side. In this video, if everything goes well, there'll be a video right here. I made an example of like how to do a press handstand, right? And what this does, it's a device to help students learn how to press to a handstand. It's really effective to force compression, and it supports the legs and helps take away some of the muscular load necessary to do the move. But it wasn't really a well-vetted, completed idea. Today, I'm going to make a completed idea, right? And you're going to see what I think would be a better approach to creating a device like this, because it's going to be a little bit more ergonomic. Yeah, and it should work better because of that. So, hope you're prepared. It's going to be an easy project, but it's going to be really effective. If everything goes well, you'll see how effective this is to help your gymnasts become exceptional at press handstands. First thing I want to do is get a cut of this, probably 10 inches or so. But before I do that, I noticed that this is a little uneven. I've never cut PVC before, so I'm going to try to cut it with my double bevel sliding compound saw. So let's go do that. I need to get a 90-degree angle cut on this so it's flat. Put my saw at 0 degrees. Like I said, I'm unsure if this is a safe thing to do. Wish me the best of luck. Alright. Well, that worked out well. I thought this was going to shatter, so. Look at that. That's really nice. I need this to be, I think when I measured it, I measured around the neck of a kid, and it looks like 10 inches might be a good length. I think it might be a little too much, but when I go too small, I'm going to have a hard time bending it. So I think 10 inches should be fine. So that's 10 inches from here to here. All this is going to do is like push around the neck of the gymnast. If it seems too small, there's going to be a little extra padding on the side, so that should take care of some issues of comfort and also safety. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So we have 10 inches right here. I'm going to use this marker to mark it off like that. And what I want to do is, I don't really know a good process yet, so we're going to explore this together. I'm going to stuff this with sand so it can hold its shape. I'm going to heat it up and then shape it. Now, I thought about doing this all as one big piece. It'd be much easier to do. The problem with that is if it's going to be curved, right, when I go to cut this off, I'm at a weird angle. So I was concerned about that. So what I'm going to try to do is leave it, cut this off, and then stuff it with sand and see. You could also use rice to see if I can hold the shape while I heat it up and shape it. We're back at the double bevel sliding compound saw. Here's my red line, and I'm going to just cut along that line right there. Don't forget your safety glasses. So that's my 10 inches. Oh, God, it smells so bad. A lot of burnt plastic. Anyway, so that's my 10 inches. And this is going to shape, it's going to be curved a little bit so it kind of supports the neck of the gymnast. I didn't get to mention this, but this is the information. It's 1 1/2 inch. And I believe that's the outer diameter. I actually am unsure, but that's the number right there. That's the size that I'm using for the pipe, PVC pipe. And it says 412 in front of it, so I don't know if that makes a difference. Okay? For clarity's sake, I just want to let you see what's happening here. The 1 1/2 is, you might not be able to see it, but it is the inside diameter. So that's what that 1 1/2 is. I need to pack this with sand, or you can also use rice. And to do that, I need to seal up the ends, so that way I can have a we can have something that will hold those particulates or objects, whatever it is you're putting inside of it. You just need something that's going to be small enough to like change the shape, and then not collapse the actual PVC itself as you heat it, because PVC itself will collapse as you heat it up. So you can use sand, rice, probably can use, you know, BBs, anything that is small that can change shape easily. So here we go. Might have used too much. Right. So I don't want to go too far in, because I'm going to be heating this thing up a lot. So actually, I don't know how much heating I'm going to do, but I am going to heat it a good bit. And then I'm going to pack it with sand. Oh yeah, I definitely used way too much tape. Oh, I hate it when I do stuff like that. Why didn't you tell me, people? You saw me. You knew what I was going to do. I told you what I was going to do. And you let me do it anyway. Alright, so here we go. Enough whining, Snowflake. Get cracking. Alright, so I'm almost there. I'm going to pack it in really nicely, because, again, I'm not really sure what's going to happen as I heat it. It's going to melt the tape and cause the sand to come out, which is exactly what I don't want to have happen. So I think that should be good. Yeah? What do you think? Alright, I hope you think it's good, because this is it. We're doing it. And then I'll do the same once I pack it on that side. There's my bucket of sand. And, ooh, like you couldn't tell. Alright. I flair for the obvious, right? So I have myself... Oh, look at that. I was looking for this. I like to wear these things. Anyway. So, let's go ahead and pack this. Okay, so once this is packed, I need to tape up that top. Ooh, I hate this stuff. I'll probably give it a little bit more breathing room, because I want it to be able to change shape. Yeah, I think that's enough. So I have about, looks like about 1 inch less from the top. I really had no idea that the sand had so many particulates. So, putting on my respirator. Alright, I'm just going to cover up the top, you'll see. Alright, so that's it. I think that should hold. Now I need to heat it up and make a shape. So with the shape, what I'm thinking of using is the actual bucket of sand itself. And like that. And just push against it. And I think this is enough of an angle, or should I say like a, oh, what's the term for that in geometry? I guess the diameter. Yeah, the diameter of this is just about big enough, so it makes sense that I can push against that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mark the bucket and put a line on this, a center line, so that way I know that's where I'm pushing against. That way it'll be even all the time. I got the bucket secured, and I need to just draw a line on the bucket. Ooh, orange and orange, so easy to see. Yeah, how about the tape? That might be a better deal. Okay, so that's going to be my center line, right? So. Okay. Center. And I need to do center line on this. Now I think we measured it to 10. Let's see if that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, that's not 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 and a half. Is it a half? 8, 9, 10. 6 and 10/16. So we need to go 3 and let's see. So we need to go, yeah, 3 and 5/10. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. That's going to be our center. I just want to draw a line like this all the way around, at least mostly all the way around. Yeah, that's enough. Right. So from here to here is 3 and 5/16. All right. And those are our dimensions. That's our center line. And I'm going to do, I'm going to heat it up, put it against that, and just push against it like this until I can get it to match the actual diameter of this bucket. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and melt that. I put some gloves on because I was concerned a little bit about, harming myself. I'm going to put a respirator on also, and you know what, it doesn't hurt to put on some glasses. I have no idea what's going to happen when things get heated up. Closed area, hot air, it can create a possible explosion. So yeah, let's go ahead and do respiratory. Where lost those tenor? So that's looking pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. It's a cool process. Let's just go ahead and dump this sand out. The sand got so hot. You know, literally just like unbearable when it leaked out just now. So this is what we have. Oops. Right here. And that's the shape we're going to use to put around the neck of a gymnast like this. That's ergonomics, so that way it feels really nice. Cool, and that's what we're aiming for. I need to make this a little bit more comfortable for the gymnast or athlete, whoever uses it. And what I was thinking to do that, let me cut this in half and wrap it around it. So I'm gonna do, let's see, this is 16 and 4/16, so 8 and 2/16. So I'm gonna kind of cut that and cut it. 1 second, let me get my marker. Alright, so it's 8 and 2/16. Is that what I said? Yeah? Okay. Eight and 2/16. Yes. Alright, what did I say? Measure twice, cut once, right? Anyway, let's do the other side of this. So whenever you do markings for your cuts, you just want to use arrows. That way you can you get a much better accurate cut. And then what I'm going to do now, is just line across that. And that should be enough. Give me two sides so I can wrap around this. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. So I want the extra so I can pad the ends so that way they'll be all wrapped up in something soft. I'm always trying to find new ways to do stuff. Cutting this stuff is really tricky because if you don't get it steady, what'll happen, you'll end up making some weird uneven lines. So I'm gonna try this today. I've never done this before. Let's see. So I got this razor. I got it fully extended so that we can go all the way down in one shot. Alright, so see? I hate it. Whatever. I did the best we can, right? This is what I'm saying. I want it to be even, and it never works out. Anyway, so that goes in there like that. And this will come around like that. And over time, what will happen through excessive usage, this will also take the shape. Now once the sandwich is in place, it's going to tape it up a lot. And I should have a nice, beautiful yellow neck support thing. I need to cut some tape to go around this. I like to do this as a batch because it makes it a little easier to do. Let me start off with 2. Let's see what we got. That's that. It'd be a bad idea to go like this to start it off. What do you think? Take this, put it on top of that. Whoa, static. It's cool stuff. Alright, now we get to make it pretty. So that is it. Okay, so we get the orientation right because it's gonna bend in like that. Okay, cool. So let's just go ahead and finish it off. I'm gonna just tape it all around, and I don't know. Do you really want to see me do that? Probably. Maybe not. Oh, the knife is so sharp. I have to give up on it. Oh yeah, can see that curve? Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. Right there. Yeah, let's It's looking really good. I like it. So I predict this is going to be a hit. I really do. That's going to help us get some press handstands in a really short amount of time. Most of the kids are strong enough. They just kind of like do things like arch their back to get it up, you know. This will force them into like not arching. And also, let's give them a little bit of assistance. So, yeah, I think that'd be a nice, as you can see the curvature that I was talking about, it's going to be really nice on the neck. All right, and that's good. I'm going to make this as pretty as possible. But, you know, do you need to see that? Well, I don't know. I'll just keep going. My battery's about to run out. So it's not the best part of the video. Don't worry though, I can tell you, I'm watching the camera. Making sure you don't miss all this excitement. What are you getting for Christmas, people? It's about that time of year right now in America. Yeah. You don't know yet? That's terrible. You know what I won for Christmas? Probably stuff from my Amazon wish list. You know, what do you think? How can I make that better looking? I feel like I could stick some tape in there and go around maybe. What do you think? Maybe something like this. I'll cap it. No, I can't cap it because I got to go through. Well, anyway, I think what I'll do, I'll just leave it at like this for now. Let it do it. I'll do a test, see how it runs. Then I'll do a final makeup dressing for it, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, as you can see, that's the curvature that I want, and that's going to be very different when it comes to like what happens to the back of someone's neck as they lean on it. It's going to really stay trapped in there. Oh, well, I don't know if you can see it like that. See? So imagine this tape is someone's neck.
On the doll.
I've noticed in the video when I introduced this to the students, this worked out really well. What I was mentioning to you, that really helps them keep this behind their neck so it doesn't just slide off, because in general they will curve their head under, their spine under, which is a good technique for pressing, but this will just slide right off. This kind of helps minimize that, so that worked really well. You notice that I left this a little extra right here. I did that because I'm a little unsure like how much actually, what's the distance that's necessary. So to avoid cutting and having to recut and waste the Thera-Band, I just left a little bit here. This is a good idea to do this so you can adjust this to just undo the knot and adjust it to match the level of intensity that's necessary. For my little friends, this worked out really well because they're just so small. The next thing is, not all Thera-Bands are the same. This gold is, I think it was from the label that I saw, was the most aggressive resistance that they had. So I recommend that because two reasons. Like, one, it's going to have a higher fail strength, so that way it doesn't just snap easily. They do break eventually because they are a rubber, a hydrocarbon based, and excessive usage like that is going to cause anything like this to fail eventually. So that's a given. And then the next thing this does, it's important to use a Thera-Band that's a little wider than the usual Thera-Band. They all don't come the same width. So this is, let's measure this for you. Okay. This is 5 inches across. So it's 5 inches across, and it is the gold colored Thera-Band. So use this, and that's what I recommend for this project. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make this a little bit prettier. So to do that, I'm probably going to just put some tape in there. So let's see what we can do to make this a little prettier. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. The width of this is important because it gives the feet of the gymnast a lot more surface to push against. That's why this width is really nice to use. I just wanted to add that in there in case I didn't. My idea to make this a little prettier is just to loop over some, like that, and then tape it over. So give it a try. This is the finished product. I'm trying to make this a little less painful on the eye, or eyes. Hopefully you have more than one. This is the curvature I talked about, and it's going to be really helpful to keep the neck of the gymnast supported, also keep it from sliding. And that's it. Hope you like it. Some of you might want to know what's the length I used on this Thera-Band. I'm going to try to figure that out right now with you. Let's see. These knots are a little tricky to get off once they sit in for too long. All the tension kind of creates a little bit of fusing action going on. Alright, so I'll tell you my final dimension on this. Alright, so this is tables of 5 feet, so this is roughly 10 feet long. Actually, I'm going to say 9. It's 9 feet long. So that's the length of this, if you wanted to know. That slides into there.